Morning. Couple of little knocks on the right hand rod. I think we all know by the lack of sounds of clutch kicking off as line is being pulled away that if there's a fish on here, which I believe there is, it's a stinking bream. Yep. Righto, let's go get some wet feet. There he is. See you later, mate. You absolute scoundrel. So this is an excuse to come down to the water, have a little look at this beautiful surrounding that we're in, eh? It's pretty lovely. Well, not a bad opportunity to show you how the baits sit on the bottom as well. Where is she? Got the hook, the pellet, and just enough buoyancy on that pop-up just to have that wafting away, mate. Pretty happy with that. Just prefer a carp or a cat to get it. The Guardia have just come round in the lay-by, pull someone over, really hoping they don't notice my bivvy. Everyone that's popped over to say hello, catch up with me, and none of them have noticed my little bivvy there, so I'm really hoping these boys don't either. I should have laid it back, but looks like they're just doing traffic stuff. Well, I've been sat here all morning, mate, trying to get out of the wind, trying to get out of the sun, and finally we have a take. Trying to see where this line is, whether I need to go under or over my other rod here. I think he's already gone past it. We're on the other side. Really don't want him to take me around that snag that I lost one in, was it yesterday? It was actually coming in quite easy. I think he is on that line. Where is he? I'm on the bloody line. It's only little, but we'll take it, mate. Really don't want to let him come in shallow. If he comes into the shallow and his body touches the rocks, A, it's not good for the fish, obviously, and B, it gives him a perfect opportunity to spit the hook. So we'll just take our time. We've got him in front of us now. We'll take our time and we'll get him in the net, mate, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. He's only a tinker, but we'll take it. Oy. He's in the net. Oy. Get that in there, get that over in there, right up there. Right, come out for a little look. Nice. Beautiful. I've got the cradle underneath me. I'll keep him low and we're getting back. That's the closest thing to a proper wash I've had in days, mate. Hey. Well, that's the rods back out. The wind is blowing an absolute hoolie at the minute, boy. Oi. These reeds here offer such a good amount of protection from the wind coming off the river. This tent here is a Michigan. It's single skin. I got it for, I can't remember if it was 60 or 70 quid on Amazon's. It's been brilliant, mate. When I get it back home, I'll definitely still use it as a day shelter for like my normal course fishing. I didn't want to bring my bivvy, which is an old Titan, because it's my dad's old bivvy, and you're not supposed to have bivvies, and I don't want to risk getting my old man's bivvy confiscated. You're allowed to have shelters if it's raining. Even when it is raining, you're still not allowed to have a front or a ground sheet. That's why I've had it hidden. But yeah, you can't hide it all the time, and so far it's done a pretty good job of staying hidden, mate. Rods are back out. Sit here in the windy seat, let that warm breeze go through my luscious long locks. Sit back with a big smile on my face, happy about my little carp. Let's have another one, hopefully. I'm going to stay here for one more night, and then tomorrow or the next day I'm going to go back into town, and me, Juan and Andy are going to do some catfishing. And Andy is an extremely good catfishing guide. He puts an absolute ton of fish on the bank. Confident that we'll catch. We're going to be fishing Andy's spot, Andy's gear. We'll get some pellet out there. Hopefully we'll get some catfish on the bank, mate. Hopefully. If not, we'll just sit there chatting nonsense, drinking a couple of beers. We'll have some cheeseburgers or kebab or something at the end of the evening, no doubt. Oh, it's gone right down there. You ain't got anything out, have you, Cole? You ain't got anything out, have you? Alright. Okay, alright, mate. Thank you. Whoa. Oh, he's off. He's done me. Oh. Trying to avoid the bream, so I put double pellet on and I hooked into a cat. And I think he's probably just took me round a rock and snapped me off, mate. Yeah, but you know, what do you expect? That's a shame. I'm sure you can imagine. I didn't get the first bit of that on camera because the alarm, the spool went screaming off, mate. I hooked into it and the rod was just solid. It had some weight and then it just started ripping off. When it was going down the EBRO, great opportunity to get my phone out of my pocket, put it in my chest mount, press record, and then by the time I looked up, the line was all the way over here, mate. So I've gone down the steps. He's obviously gone round a rock or something. Bit of action in it. In an attempt to avoid the bream, I made a rig that was big enough for 2 pellets. So I had the 2 pellets and a half a pop-up. And also, keep watching my line when I'm casting, right? And I can see that it's going over on the arch. It's arching, making a nice semicell, a nice rainbow. So I'm confident it's going in the water, the lead's hitting. But every time the rig comes in, or quite often, it's all knotted up. Now, obviously, there's a strong toe on the water. But I've just been speaking to Colin there. He reckons the bream, when they're picking at it, even the small bream, they're picking at it and it's just bouncing. And then that's coming up and bouncing in the flow. So even that's causing a knot. Because of that, because I'd had quite a few come in that were just all mangled up, I made a stiff rig, a really stiff rig. I actually used the 50-pound sonic shock and abrasion resistant leader to make a rig. And I put 2 pellets on it and a half a pop-up. And that's actually what I had that carp on earlier as well. And I caught a cat. The thing that I was trying to avoid, well, I didn't catch a cat, I didn't land it, but I hooked up to a cat. But it went flying off, boy. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Jesus, is it really? Mate, I can't believe how quick the time goes. Just sitting on your backside doing nothing, waiting for a run. So exciting though. I'm going to tie another rig. Do I go for the double pellet? Maybe. Time will tell. Now, I can't imagine I'm going to get this very far with this wind, but we're going to give it a go, mate. Far enough. Well, I think we're into another carp. Hopefully we don't lose it. We've got a lot of weed coming up on the line, which obviously pulls the line down in an angle we don't want it pulled down. The alarm went firing off then. It's coming in quite easy. But it was really kicking, mate. It's going to end up being a mega bream. No, this has got to be a little carp. It's got to be, mate. The amount that he's thumping away at that. He's got jammed up on the rock. Or has he? I really don't want him to break me off around this rock, mate. He's giving me some. There might be a little cat. I don't know what it is, mate. I'm just excited. But he's right in front of me. Hasn't shown himself yet. I'll come back a little bit. Give me a good opportunity to get the cradle a bit closer, even before we get him landed. Come back again for the landing net. Yeah. I don't even know what it is yet, but he's right down in front of me. It's a little carp. Well, we're on the tiddlers today, that's for sure. Don't spit the hook, mate. Come on. God, it's really powerful, mate, for a little carp. This is a crazy place to play a fish. I'm only in the river, mate, but I've got waves that's like you're in the sea. Come on, Tiny Tim. Don't mess me about. Get you in there. Whee! Lovely carp. Lovely carp. Not really getting much of a big full view of him, but And he's good to go, mate, straight away. What a scrap he put up. That was crazy, mate. Gotta love a scrapper. Bloody hell. We've caught a bleak as well. I just found that in the landing net. Let's make sure we don't die. Go on, mate. Fly, my pretty. Ready, and go. Whee. All these bats flying around like just above my head. They're so cool, man. Star that you can see next to the moon is apparently Venus. Mate, 40 minutes ago I was just stood here for 10-15 minutes with, I don't know, a couple of dozen bats just flying around my head. Now I'm looking at a crescent moon and Venus, and to my left on the top of the mountain there you've got Mequinenza Castle that's all lit up overlooking the water. And if I turn around, there's the water, mate. See that fish? And then to the right of the river, es mi casa. Yes, mate. Oy. Tomorrow, I'll get to get up and do it all over again, boy. I can't wait. No, no. That's the bivvy packed away. Everything's packed away. And we're leaving this peg. We're gonna go into town. I'm gonna drink some hot coffee. I'm gonna sit on a proper toilet. And then later on, a bit of fishing. But first, I need to wake up, mate. The best coffee in Mequinenza, funnily, comes from the kebab shop. Not the CAF. I mean, they all do good coffee, but the best coffee, the kebab shop. You can have a beer in there as well, mate. You can watch the footy in there. It's pretty cool. Let's get the €8 China Crocs into sport mode. Bosch. Keeping my phone on my chest mount, because if it goes off, when it goes off, mate. Excuse me, gentlemen. You don't know anyone that could put me onto a couple of cats, do you?
Maybe somebody could catch you a couple of catfish around here.
Gracias. That's no green, boy. That is the famous Mequinenza Saluro. Oi!
Yeah.
Now, although my guided PB for a cat is a 218, my personal PB cat that I've ever caught is actually only a 113. And I genuinely am just grateful to be fishing with my mates, hauling out some famous Mequinenza catfish. But fishing this river, mate, there's always a chance of a PB, whether you're targeting the cats
Another fish.
or the carp.
Aquí, my brother.
Here she comes. Well, I spoke too soon. Maybe she's not ready yet, huh? The famous Andy Barlow. She look a nice fish, boy. Andy will get his hand to it. Yours, Andy. See? Muy bien, huh? I'll come down for a little play then, Andy, eh?
Morning.
Gracias.
Good morning. Lovely day.
Oh. Where are you? Yeah. Get them in the water. Then, mate. You don't want to be staring down the business end of that, eh? Many a bleak gone missing down. Well happy with that, mate. Honestly, I was looking at them rods for 5 minutes, mate. And now I've got my hands around this beautiful creature. Well happy. Cheers. See you later. I'll let him go, boys, huh? See you later, mate. Once you turn around and give me a bite. See you later. Get in there, Juan! Still 3 rods out. So I'm not taking this chest mount off, and I'm still on the rods. And it can go off again shortly, and it most likely will. The number 4 rod, it was tapping away, and it was really small taps. So I thought it was a bream, and then she just bent over, boy. And as you know in fishing, we love it when she bends over. Well, not just fishing, but you know. Now I'm just pacing up and down the bank, looking at the other 3 rods. You know that YouTube video of that angry bloke walking up and down the road, going, who wants it? That's how I feel looking at these 3 rods. Who wants it? I'll have some, eh? Carp or small cat. Lovely, mate. Come on, have a little look at him, eh? We've got a carp. Nice. Yeah. Before you go anywhere, eh?
Yeah, showing.
It's from way beyond this. Yeah, it's way too close to me for to get the thingy, eh? Yeah. Will you give it a hold, Andy? Please. From my perspective. Oi! It's the noob. Hey, sweet, mate. A bit silly of me thinking I was going to get him all in the perspective of my chest mounted camera, but what can I do? I'm in the water. That's both of the rods on the right hand side. They're going to get rebaited. Andy's going to ride them out there and put them on his absolute magic spot. That sounds a bit fruity, doesn't it? Andy's magic spot. How many people do you reckon have seen your magic spot?
Quite a few have been past and said, I like your magic spot.
Yeah? Well, talk us through what's going on here, Andy.
Yeah, just having a little bit of a cool off.
Nice, mate. It looks quite inviting.
It's pretty hot today. Cheers, bud.
Cheers, brother.
Lucky beer.
Cheers, everyone. Jesus. And I have had half a can of Estrella. So if you don't know me personally, you might not know this. I am a massive lightweight. Wicked, mate. Let's have it, boy. I don't know what the bow on a violin that you use on a violin is called, but you can play a tune on that, mate. Boy. Swapping arms from the right arm to the left arm, mate. Honestly, by the time I turned around, both of the rods were standing still. So I'm saying the left one or the right one, the left one or the right one. And she just bent right over, mate. And now we're into one, eh? He's a bit closer in now. I'll take you out a wide angle. Boy, Andy's playing the line through his hand there. So I'm still playing the fish. The line's going through Andy's hand carefully to ensure that the catfish ends up at his feet. He'll let me know when he's got it, or I'll watch him. And then she's his, mate. We'll get him out on the bank. Get some pictures, huh? Go tell your father that I was talking shit about him and I want a word with him, mate. Get in there! Boom! About 2 cats on the bank and a carp. We've had a couple of beers. We're just chilling, just having fun. But to pull the rods out of the water for a little while because there's been a bit of an invasion. These red buoys that you see out here, and over there, are supposed to be for all the boats, are supposed to be the other side of that. But they're just kids, so they're just having fun. But it's dangerous, mate. It's not £5 dial sensor. You wouldn't want that wrapped around you. And he's away out there, bud. Possibly the last bait up of the evening. We get these 4 rods out, see what we can get. Had a lot of fun. Maybe do it tomorrow, eh? What do you think? I reckon so, boy. Si! Si, Juan! Viva musica di Mecanenza! Feeling like a carp, so we'll have a look at him. Carp or a little cat, but it feels like a carp. A nice Mecanenza carp. Yeah. Fish is out of the water and my nuts are in it, mate. It could do with being a little bit warmer, but yeah, nice. We'll get him back, huh?
Yeah, mate. There you go, away, look. Adios. Bye-bye.
You won't know this, but today is Friday. Andy's had a set of clients, 4 of them, all week. They left at about 3 o'clock this afternoon. We started fishing, I think about 4, half 4. That carp that I just caught marks the 10th carp that they've had off this bank this week and the 60th fish. They've had 50 cats, and it's been quite a tricky week elsewhere for everyone else. And Andy's in the middle of the town stretch. In normal carp talk or normal fishing talk, he's cut off by absolutely everyone. And it's pretty consistent. 10 carp and 50 cats in 1 week's fishing. That's pretty crazy. I've come here for one afternoon, I've had 2 carp, 2 cats. I've just done 4 days up there for 4 carp and a cat run. Andy's been here fishing about 18 years. Andy, how long you been here fishing? So they're so strong, man. You start retrieving, and you think he's done, he's mine. It's just a matter of time. You're just pulling weight now. I think they're resting while you're bringing them back to you, and then they get the ump again and they shoot off again. We'll be getting a bucket of water on that one. I never knew you had such a soft stomach, mate. The dog's just yacked its guts up, mate. Andy, you're looking a bit peaky.
Yeah. Hello, my friend. 61st fish of the week. 61st fish in 5 days. Yeah.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, mate.
My 3rd cat, and I've had 2 carp, and I've been here about 4 hours. About 4 hours, mate.
Great.
And, yeah, that's really not bad, mate, is it?
Yeah, it's all right. Pucker, mate.
Wicked.
Just send him off to the river. He'll be away. Adios, my friend. Bye bye. Boom!
Andy owns and runs Masters World of Fishing. Give him a look on Facebook, mate. Get yourself booked up to come out here and have a mental week's catfishing. Mental. He's pretty good, mate, which is an understatement. It's really hard to talk about Andy without sounding like I'm just kissing his ass, but he's a bit good, mate. Got a couple of shakes on the number 2 rod. See if anything develops from that. Be great to get a take on camera because it can be so violent. The rod, sometimes the rod can just double over, and to pull it out of the rod stand can be quite an effort, you know, because it's doubled right over. You've got to grab the bottom of the rod, push, lift, then wind down to the fish and set the hook. Coming up for about 9:30 in the evening. Probably fish till about 10, then get the rods in, and I'll be getting straight over to the kebab shop, mate. I can't be asked to set my bivvy up either, so I'll just put my bed somewhere and sleep there, mate. No, my luck, it'll be the only time since I've been here that it'll rain and I'll get soaked. But it'll be something to laugh about, won't it? Going to the kebab shop, get some food. I can't believe how late it is that I'm eating dinner. It's like nearly 11 o'clock. I'm absolutely done in. Today was mental. I wish I could say this with more energy, but I'm honestly just going to pay for some food. Hopefully there's not a lot of people in there. Get some grub, eat that. I need to get sleep because tomorrow we're fishing on Andy's bank again all day, mate. And I would imagine it will be mental again. See you on the next one, boy.